This heavy car was giving this Bucky a hard time on the uphills. But you know what? It pushed through. The trip was ordained by God and we got here safely. This trip was blessed. A man that made it happen and his sponsors.
No.
His blessed.
Yeah.
So we are.
Okay, so guys, Dylan Matthijs, if you guys have missed the competition episode, which I believe a lot of people have missed, but people got up to speed with it. Dylan Matthijs, he entered the competition basically amongst I think 50 or 60 other entrants, and we've narrowed it down, and it all came down to Dylan and his family and the story behind it. Sorry, my guys are making a noise as usual at the back, and that's why I keep on looking at the back. Dylan, before we get to the car, right, I just wanted to chat to you quickly with regards to your kid and the circumstances around the vehicle. So I know your wife is here. I know it is a sensitive topic. But what we wanted to, what I want to, we want to start creating more awareness around this here, right? Because it seems like it's becoming very common, but people don't know how common it is. So people don't know how to identify it. So openly, if you guys can just brief the viewers in on just, you don't have to go in on how things affect you, but just if a family does find out that the child has got it, right? What do you do? What do you advise them to do? How is if there is any form of help that you guys have learned, and how can you make someone else's life different and better with your advice? Get all the way. You sure? You can talk, don't worry. You're on video.
You know, she always finishes something at start. So, look,
That sounds normal.
Kylan was born in 2018, and 2 years after birth, we suspected Kylan to be neurodiverse or on the autism spectrum.
Okay.
So, look, took a while getting a diagnosis, coming to terms, accepting it, and tackling it head on. He's been in school from the age of 3, been a good child in school and stuff, but we always saw something different. We saw some good tendencies, some very intelligent tendencies, and then there's always some challenges that a neurodiverse child will have compared to a neurotypical child.
Okay.
Normal child. Okay. So look, basically at the end of the day, what it means is sometimes their brains wired differently. They absorb or take in information differently. Okay. But with the correct therapies and the patience and the coaching,
And
understanding, because you develop and start going on and start coming to terms and start getting the tendencies of a normal child or it's a neurotypical.
Okay.
So look, it's patience, it's love, it's care. Those are the things that matter.
Okay.
So in our case, growing is going to be 7, 1st of April. It's just the patience. It's putting our needs, his needs before ours, sacrificing work, making sure somebody's at home, having to work from home.
Yeah.
Us having to make arrangements if I need to work on the weekend.
There's a lot of lifestyle changes.
Yeah.
Right, and a lot of lifestyle changes.
Yeah. So yeah.
Also, I think what we do is, like, I know I don't want to spring all of this here on it, right? Because I know being on camera is nerve-wracking. Right? I've done it, started it, and I got a bit used to it. But what I would like to do is throughout the build of the car, right? I would like us to get more information available on it, and let's start educating people more about it. So we don't only want to look at just the car as a build, and that's one of the things that I would like to focus and concentrate on.
Yeah. No, it's good because you get people that don't understand in another way, and they don't understand the children, because sometimes you see a child trying to communicate something to you and they don't know how to. Especially those that are part verbal or non-verbal. In his case, starting to speak well. So there was a time where we used to get frustrated because we used to run around in circles trying to understand what's he trying to tell us?
And normal.
Yeah.
It's human nature.
And yeah, so and then you get them when the point comes where you in a public place and he's trying to tell you something, he has a meltdown. Now the public needs to be educated on it because they don't understand.
100%.
Some people think, oh, discipline your child. When their child is actually going through something.
Is that they just trying to relay a message down?
Yes,
That's what it is.
The thing is, they notice. They notice every look. They notice people watching them. And with autistic children, they're very conscious of their surroundings. If you look at him, he's very quick to watch what's going on. And they look at it and they see the people, and that's when the tantrums come in because they're trying to understand, what are you thinking? Why are you looking at me like that? Autism is a delayed disability. So it's just a bit of delays and setbacks, but slowly, surely with occupational therapy, well, he didn't really need occupational. He's good with his hands, he's good with balancing. He needed more of speech because that's where he had his delay with the speech. So he's gotten that now. He's in St. Raphael's school. They do the speech therapy there, and we are also going to do it on the side as well. But with that now, he's speaking just with the school's therapy. He's speaking so fluently. His words are coming out, and he's so intelligent. You give this child a puzzle. He was 2 years old.
I've seen that as well. Is that they might battle in certain areas, right?
Yes.
But they will it'll compensate in other areas, and it'll come out as in drawings or as in with numbers drawings. And you'll find them actually more intelligent on, for example, the number side.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where somebody else will battle. Sorry, that's Ismail from Easy Tracks. They will normally battle with numbers and they'll pick it up just like that. And they'll actually see things into numbers, and that's just one of the aspects.
And you get, like, the children are in different, how can I say? Like, some of them learn by seeing. For him, he's a learner like that. If you show him, like he's in swimming, he loves the water. And we had to introduce him to swimming at a very, very young age because they're fearless. Like, Dylan would come in with the car and rev it so he can get a reaction out of him, and he's just standing. No fear whatsoever. And then you have my nephew that's exactly the same age. He will run because he knows that means danger. Now, at this age, Kylan realizes, oh, I need to get out of the way, there's a car coming. So with the swimming, we had to get him in at a very young age, and by 2 years old he was in deep end underwater hitting laps. It was amazing. But you have to understand your child and realize, okay, this child's strengths is here, his weaknesses are there, and work on the weaknesses. It takes a lot of patience, and I'm a very impatient person. I'm very busy. I work, I start at 8. Sometimes I'm walking in at 8 o'clock. And then I have to come into a tantrum. I'm not understanding a hungry child. It's very difficult. But
So
he's my lesson of patience.
So this is what I'm trying to. This is a message that I'm trying to get across. Is the understanding of not only autism, it's of anything.
Yeah.
Right? So, like you said, for example, he tries to get the message down to you, and you might not receive it, and then the frustration comes in on that, and then you're lashing at the child. Bottom line is, guys, things are becoming more and more common.
It is definitely.
Just be patient, and
the thing is,
Your child the help they
they need
also
as
listen
soon
to
as
them.
possible.
and listen. Yeah.
But listen.
Yeah.
No,
There's a stigma towards ADHD, towards autism, and parents are so scared because they are embarrassed.
Yes.
And the thing is, you can help your child if you're like, we understand Kylan right now, so we know how to prevent him to getting to that stage where he's on a full tantrum. Yes, and hurting himself and things like that. We know how to prevent him because we learned what is his triggers. And he does have many triggers, but there's other kids that have much more triggers. And even with children like with ADHD, there's a great stigma, and yet there's so many of them that are in normal schools and they are battling.
It's common.
Yeah.
So parents really just need to see, okay, my child is struggling, he's struggling there. What's my first step? So for us, our first step was a pediatrician. We took him for a visit. He looked, just observed a few things, love for water. And then he saw that he was very frustrated, and I don't know why he looked at, and he just said to me, look, Mom, your son's thought to be on the autism spectrum. I was in full denial. I refused to believe it. I cried the whole way home. I was like, why, how, where? I don't see that. It seems normal to me, And then a year later, his teacher came to me and she loved him. She was like his second mother. And she was like, Mom, there's things that Kylan is doing he shouldn't be doing it at this age. There's a few things he should be doing at the age that he's not doing. Look, I'm not saying anything's wrong with him. I am saying take him, let him get checked out. So we went straight from there. Within I think 2 weeks we got an appointment. We went to Shower Assessment Center. We saw a psychologist. She didn't really pick up autism. She picked up ADD, attention deficit disorder. So you have to pay attention and stuff. Then from there, we went back to another pediatrician. We went to hospital, we got everything done, we ran tests, everything came out all good, and she finally diagnosed him. We got him into the school, and yeah, that's where we are now. You have to act fast. They advise you, look, this is what you do.
So these people are there to help you,
There's
basically, and to guide you. So
people
you're
that
not
want to
alone.
help you. There's
So you're
so
not
many
alone.
groups that I'm on, like especially in America, and that was one of my things, my reasons for getting Highland into swimming, because there are so many autistic children that have lost their lives because of water. A simple lake, a simple pond, they drawn to water because it has a calming effect. Everything's sensory. Play sensory, play doh, they love it. Anything that is squishy or even up to dough, Kylan can go into a kitchen and he can take a knife and cut. He's so brilliant, and he knows where to cut and how to cut and not cut his finger. Never cut his finger. But with me being on those groups, because I started doing all my
You
research
understand
and
it.
stuff, I saw now there's too many kids happening like this. So you gotta get him in. So we got him into his swimming, and now we have a surety that wherever we are, we know if he jumps in the deep end, like today, we went to Dylan's cousin to go change up and freshen up. He jumped straight into the pool in the deep end. But he was fine, he swam himself back out.
Paul, he doesn't. We in the bedroom looking out the window, and my cousins were walking behind him, and nothing him to do anything, and he just went in. She's saying, "No, it's deep." There he went.
He's really
But we
loves
didn't
swimming.
run out the house. We just watched them. No, he got.
No, that's good. So look, our goal is basically, look, I think we're gonna get the message out there through the build of the car, right? So we're gonna want to do more and more of it, but let's also try and break it down into let's call it for the season.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So let's try and for the next video, or if you guys have any information that you guys want me to relay on, because we're not always gonna be able to get onto video,
Yeah.
but just send me the information and make me understand as well, so that I'll relay that message as well.
You can even speak to ask if there's anything. Tell them this is the platform that we have, and if there's anything from the future in the there's anything they want to share. And like his school is one of the few governments partly sponsored or is sponsored by governments in Durban. The rest are very expensive.
The schools are the one school that we were referred to, 100,000 for grade R.
And like with Thailand school, it's in Woodlands, Montclair. I think you're familiar with the area. Montclair is, in fact, you saw the cash in transit in Durban that happened now. Dom's kind of in school and looking down. That's where it is. So it's just before the Chatsworth. It's on the Yellowwood Park side.
Okay.
So it's Montclair, Yellowwood Park. So that's where it's located, and we've got parents, there is parents that's Stanger, and further than that, they park the whole day waiting.
And it's an excellent school. They also have like a SI department where they do mainly what can I say, practical with the kids. So some of them aren't coping
No,
in the
academically,
mainstream.
yeah.
Okay.
So they put them into that department where they'll teach them like basic life skills. They'll teach them cooking, hairdressing,
Yeah,
Okay.
cars, mechanical.
yeah. So trade stuff.
No, that's good. Look, we'll get more into it as we're going through the season, right? Okay, for now, let's get back into the car. I think now you're excited about that as well. I can see your face, I can see you looking there all the time. Okay, so I want to take the viewers through the car quickly, right?
Okay.
So, quick history on the vehicle. No,
This happened the day before.
Don't worry about wiping and
I was,
cleaning that.
I was testing the diff on the grass to see if it still works.
Okay, so quick history on the car. Just look, I've actually given the viewers a history lesson, I think, with the story that came in as well.
Yeah.
Basically 3 to 5i, 2-door,
Yeah.
but not a shell line, it was an automatic.
Also, yeah.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull the car off the trailer, right? We're gonna park the car in the showroom for now. Then I'm going to schedule a meeting with basically all the partners involved with regards to the boat.
Yeah.
Right? And we're going to do our second video on that. So, like you met Wesley and Shane from Zenparts. So, Wesley from Style Tech, Shane from Zenparts. You met them here now. So, I think I was going to bring them into the video, but then we also decided, you know what, let's make it fair for all the stakeholders that are involved. And we're actually going to create like a group setting, just a group vibe, and say, listen, this is what everybody's doing on the car.
Yeah.
And we'll go through the vehicle. But from what I see, it's a complete car. It's actually a very, very, very decent car. Like there is a couple of rust spots, but that will go through when I'm busy with the vehicle. That will go through the car because I do see rust spots on top, at the back, and that's the first thing that I look for. Interior is actually very good on the car, but Wesley did come and say, "No, listen, I want to take it apart."
Yeah.
Right. So Shane he's also coming up with ideas. So I said, you know what, guys, let's just stop it and let's get everybody involved basically, and we all throw ideas, make notes of it, and let's start tackling the project from there. Tell you excited?
You know what? I still can't believe that it's happening. Driving for 8 hours and I'm still in awe of everything, and you know what? Everything was just timed perfectly. It was ordained. You know, it's like I wanted this, but I didn't push for it. I knew I had other things. My plate was full, and my responsibilities always come first. And even when I entered the competition, I said, "Hey, should I? Shouldn't I? Shouldn't I?" And after I spoke to your missus, I still waited, I think 2 weeks before I did it. And she said, you know, just do it. And, you know, if I didn't use the motivation that I did, I'd be lying to you guys if I used any other motivation. So I thought of it. I said, let me be honest, speak the truth. And if, like she suggested, raise the awareness, you know, why not? If not, why not? You know, we sometimes
just help the next person.
Yeah, I help the next person. You know, we learned the hard way. We found out things on our own. You know, and it's time to share what you know. Share what you know, 100%. And you know, those are my reasons why I never got to doing too much on the call, or giving out that much besides work and families, because we're there for each other. Even when it comes to Seth and Kyra, they understand the assignment. When it comes to him, if some of us are unavailable or, you know, have to work, and we got commitment, and I'm proud of them and Kyra, because sometimes she fills the gap when me and Mom are working, and for her age, we have to reward them, and you know, make them feel special. So yeah,
we take for granted what they actually
soon, yeah.
So
with this, you know, I can focus my attention more on them, and I know we can cruise on Sundays, or I can chill with do a breakfast run with the boys sometimes. So I'm always turning them down, you know.
I hope this build here and the car actually brings the message. No. I hope that the build of the car and this whole procedure actually relays the message down and basically brings the message to life. So it's about hope, it's about motivation, about drive, and basically I think this project here will not open up avenues, man. I don't know how to get this into words, but it will. Like now, for example, I don't know how to put this into words, right? But I'm just going to give an example. You told me now that you're building now basically a small garage for the car. The car always stood under shed.
Yeah, I got an awning. I got a 10x6, but got the 2 cars there. I've also, when she moved her salon to work, I ordered that awning I enclosed as a salon.
Basically,
the VM has its spots. Yeah,
you're building a small garage. So that's motivation to say, listen, I've got something to look forward to. Basically,
yeah. No, I got something to prepare.
You know what I'm saying? So that's part and parcel of some of the messages that we're trying to get out.
Look, I'm just very grateful for your initiative.
No.
And you know that you came along with last year and got sponsors on board. And like you said, to the greater Itachi community, you know, like you said, you plan to try and do this as often as possible. And you know what, with the viewership that you're going to get from this, and you know,
look, it's
and the blessings.
I want people to follow this, bro, right? Because I want to see. We're gonna go through this car actually very thoroughly, and we need to do the same thorough check when the guy is done.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I want this bill to be followed, and this is why I'm saying I want to get the respective partners involved and say, listen, guys, this is we're going to have a sit down to see who's doing what on the vehicle, and we want to try and get the hype up,
Yeah. Yeah.
basically for this boat. So, guys, let's. I think we're going to end this episode here, and let's start getting ready for the boat itself. You guys got to stay tuned for the next episode. What I will do also is I will schedule it maybe for a specific day, so it might not be a weekly update. It might be every second week update, but I will decide or figure that out, and also advise basically which day it will be on, right? And we'll create basically almost like a season.
Yeah. Yeah. I first told it's gonna be a surprise. So. But you know what?
It's very hard to get the information aside, right?
Yeah. So yeah.
So like you saw now when you came in, just before you came in,
Absolutely,
we were busy with another video.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, it's a lot of content that goes out, but it's very hard to keep it in. And I think the viewers also want to see.
They want to see
progress.
Yeah. They want to see.
Look, the end result is obviously going to be a surprise. We'll do. I will only do the video when you come in.
Yeah.
Because I want to see your face as well. But
Tracking it now.
I think the build.
Yeah.
No, but I think the build itself, I want to show. I would like to show.
No,
I think the viewers want to see.
They want to see it. Yeah. Look, a lot of people have asked. A lot of people started following because they want to follow the person.
Yeah, 100%. So I think we owe it to them.
A lot of people have asked, hey, where's the guy? I said, look at the video again. The name is there. Follow it, like it, share it. And if Sanjay is going to be sharing the car, like I said, I don't know if it's a surprise, if it's going to be unveiling.
No,
like you said, now you're going to share it, so they're going to see it.
I think we owe it to the video to the viewers to say, listen, this is what's going into the car. But obviously, the last part of it will be when you're here.
Yeah,
that's when. So we'll structure it in such a way.
No, yeah. So like I said, now we'll just continue to like, share, and follow this, and hopefully the viewership grows to 10 times as what it is now for you and the sponsors, and and hope that more deserving people can follow on and join if the initiative continues annually.
So back to the
blessings can fall on somebody else that's deserving of such a.
Back to the sponsors again: Zen Parts, Shane Zen Parts, Wesley Style Tech, Abdul at Autism Gazinia, Yasser at Super Quick Lenasia, at Best Drive Lenasia, Oza at Wheels, G10. He's coming on board also with Max, and we don't need any tackles, but he'll jump in wherever he can. There's a few other guys that I haven't mentioned. I'm going blank, So we'll do a full sponsor build up on the next episode. But that's just the guys offhand that I can mention quickly. Guys, like, subscribe, and share. You guys know what to do. Stay tuned for the next episode, and let's get this going.
Thank you, everybody. Thanks, guys.